and welcome to Two Gray Goatees and a Whistle. I am your host, Coach Huddy, along with the coach's wife, Amanda.
Hello.
Hello, and this week we're going up to Minnesota. Going to talk about some hockey. We're going to go to Minnesota and talk about some hockey, okay? We're heading out north.
You're going to lose listeners.
Why are we going to lose listeners?
Fun of people's accents.
We're not making fun of people's accents. I was not making fun. It's just
mocking.
No, I was not mocking. Okay. Anyway, so we're talking not just any hockey. We're talking high school hockey. Okay. Minnesota is often called the state of hockey, right? So
I've never once heard that.
No, it's
Minnesota
you're going
in my conversations.
Well, you're going to learn how big hockey is. In the state. So, we have states like Texas is known for
football.
Yeah.
They
football.
have like 6-man stadiums that are bigger than small college stadiums.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. So hockey is its own animal. And Minnesota treats high school hockey like major sporting events. They pack arenas. They have statewide TV coverage when it's happening. I was actually looking up, doing some research, trying to figure out some of the teams there. And like the one school has their own broadcast school and they broadcast the games. Like,
like channel?
Yeah, like their own channel.
Thing?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah.
Like on YouTube or like?
Well, yeah, you can find it on YouTube, but yeah, it was it's
That's kind of cool though, because like that is a whole other avenue of sports and events. That's a whole other job, a whole other career.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hockey. So let's break down why it's so big and what's going on. Okay. Hockey, participating in hockey in Minnesota is among the highest in the U.S., with thousands of youth players feeding high school programs each year. Many communities treat high school hockey as the biggest winter sporting event in the town. Well,
climate's got a lot to do with it, I'm sure.
It's crazy.
Pretty long
weather.
winters.
They get winter,
Pretty cold.
Yeah. Some towns shut down early when their teams are playing in the state tournament. We hear that happen sometimes in some towns. I know that the school,
that's not necessarily, especially for a smaller town. That's not I don't know that that's an uncommon thing.
They actually Gooding closed down the school Thursday to go watch the boys basketball game.
I believe it.
Yeah, they had 17 teachers who requested to go to the game.
Yeah,
which I think is great. That's great.
We've talked about that lots. That community of support.
Yeah. Hockey, though, imagine Hockey Town drawing crowds that rival professional sports. That's how big this gets.
That's okay. You know what that reminds me of? And I mean, we didn't have crowds that rivaled, pro teams, but I grew up in a town of about 1,000 people, and we had what we called the big gym. And it was across town from where our high school and our elementary and stuff were. And we had a high school gym. It was your average size gym, had bleachers all up one side of it. But we had what they called the big gym, and it had bleachers on both sides. So it probably, I'm sure it had more seating than our high school gym. But when we had basketball games, it was standing room only.
That's cool.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And for some reason, basketball was super, it was very popular in that town. There was other sports that were played, but it was very common to have a foot and a half of snow on the ground and see kids at the community park playing basketball. And so that's what that reminded me of when you said that they had those big crowds is that kind of sport. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So this to give you an idea of the average attendance at some of these schools, especially when they have rivals games. 1,000 to 3,000 fans are there. Yeah. Large programs like Edina, I think that's how you pronounce it, Edina, Edina. Hill Murray, not Murray Hill. Hill Murray, get backwards there. Moorhead often fill their local arenas. So,
how cool for those kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in reality, you're not going, 1% of them might go to the next level, let alone beyond that.
Right.
But how cool to play in that environment, that atmosphere.
So
that's cool.
The state tournament is held in Minneapolis, St. Paul area, where the Minnesota Wild play, the NHL team. The average attendance for a hockey game around the NHL is around 1,000 plus people. give or take. Minnesota Wild's seating capacity is 18,500. Okay. Attendance for the championship session exceeds 20,000. Yeah. One championship game drew 20,491 fans.
That's amazing.
That's larger than an average NHL game, which is 17,400.
That's cool.
It's insane. Yeah. So they play it at, like I said, it's the XL Energy Center there where the Minnesota Wild play
So they're using a venue that's for an NHL team.
for a pro team.
Nice.
And they were
And they packed it.
packing it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
So your ticket prices is about $20 per session for adults.
honestly though. I mean,
No,
that's
not
what
bad.
you're paying. I mean, you're paying anywhere from $7 to about that for
Yep.
any high school sport.
Yeah.
Because
So-
that money goes to the athletic
Right.
department.
So that session might be what games are going on that day and so forth. So you might get a couple games a day. Students are usually around $13.
Nice.
Obviously, pretty affordable. Unique facts about
It should be.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Unique facts about the state tournament has been played since 1945. Players often move on to NCAA Division I programs and the NHL. Many fans call the tournament the tourney.
It's got its own name.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've reached the top.
Yeah, it's called the tourney. The entire communities travel to St. Paul for the week. Cultural traditions, high school bands travel with teams. Student sections often have themed costumes. And then you have your local TV stations broadcasting games statewide.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Some of the bigger rivalries, I said, was Edina and versus Minnetonka. It's a suburban rivalry. They pack every year. Hill Murray versus White Bear Lake. They call it the classic East Metro rivalry. Moorhead, which just won their state title. They actually have gone back to back this year and last year. It was one of those teams that always took second, never could get over that hump. And then they finally, this year and last year, they won state
They did
titles.
it.
And it sounds like it was, when I looked it up, it was like a double overtime win. So that one won a heck of a game.
They earned it.
Yeah.
I mean, you earn it anyways, but that's
Right.
cool.
Moorhead versus Roseau High School. They call it the Northern Minnesota battle between traditional hockey towns. Duluth East versus Grand Rapids. That's another big one.
I've actually heard of Duluth.
Yeah.
Because of the underwear.
Yeah. Their clothing line.
The clothing line.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
I think we ought to add that to our bucket list.
No, I do too. I think it would be so cool to go watch. I mean, we enjoy watching hockey anyways, but to go be in that atmosphere, to go watch a high school
Well,
game.
that's what it. To me, we like sports. You probably enjoy the aspect of the game in most sports better than I do. I like the atmosphere.
Yeah. I
me,
agree
it's
but it makes it so much better when you're at a place
that
that's
sense of
just
community.
that sense of community, but just the energy. So, we've sometimes talked about college games versus pro games and how sometimes college games, the energy is just crazy.
Because I think the difference being that a pro game, you have people from all over. It can be even different countries versus this is our home high school.
Yeah. Home high school. Yeah.
And I am emotional today. I'm sorry.
It's all right. So, but yeah. So, I mean, I think honestly that'd be a bucket list to go.
Oh,
I think
I'm game.
So we need to plan
We need to
something.
add that to our bucket list.
Go to Minnesota.
You don't get to talk like that when we get there.
I don't know if I'd be one of those people that would pick up their
Yes, you
local
would.
accent. No,
would.
just I don't think it'd be. I mean,
I think anywhere you go, the dialect is amazing to hear.
Yeah.
But I don't see myself as being the type of person to
you would think you would pick it up.
imitate or ape that.
Yeah, and I don't think I
'Cause
would
I
never
think I
be
talk-
purposely.
I think I talk normal and everybody else doesn't.
Well, but that's the thing, though. That every region of this country.
I would like to go live somewhere else, like for 5 years or longer. I think it would take that long to go live somewhere else that 100% did not have the same intricacies that we have here in the Pacific Northwest, and then come back.
Yeah.
Because I am curious what we sound like to other people, but I think we talk perfectly normal.
Right.
We enunciate. We don't leave out letters.
So I remember in college.
There's no drawl. Well, Southern drawl, but we don't live in this house.
I took this class and we were talking about different dialects that have in our own country. And it's crazy the amount there are.
Well, I believe it. Well, look how big our country is.
One of our,
like,
I know.
Seriously.
I mean, we have states that are bigger than countries.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
And,
fit multiple countries.
Yeah, we can fit in multiple countries. But so if we, like Montana, even Montana, people that live in Montana, there is a certain dialect, a certain way they talk that's just a slight, but, and the only reason why I bring that up is that when I was in college, one of my classmates, she was from Montana.
Right.
And so I remember that conversation got brought up and she got a little bit embarrassed, but it wasn't like nobody's being mean, but the professor was kind of bringing out that, hey, you can pick that the way you say certain, sounds.
Well, some of that has to do with, because we live in I think even 50 years ago, they probably were more prominent than they are now.
Probably.
Simply because look at how easy it is to get online, find a job, move 10 states away.
Yeah.
It's very common.
Well, and just
versus where you literally lived in whatever realm you were in, and that was it.
That was it. Yeah, everything is with internet, social media. But we know, like we could pick up somebody came here from Boston or anywhere in the Northeast. We could probably you're from there.
Yeah.
But like I said,
but going down to like Southern Arizona, I don't see a difference.
No, but
or talking to your family that's from there,
right?
I don't see a difference.
But if you talked to if you talk to my dad and my uncle, they have an accent from Oak. They still carry the Okie accent, even though they never lived there.
Your dad more than your uncle.
Yeah, well, I think they both have it, but what I'm saying is that
it's not.
It's subtle, but it's there. Yeah. It's still there, and they haven't. I don't think they've ever lived in Oklahoma.
It's just how their parents talk.
Yeah, they had that.
Okay, we are way squirreled.
No, I know.
Okay.
Anyways, I thought it was fascinating. Okay, I don't know. We got
welcome to Two Great Goatees and a dialect.
All right. So yeah, that was basically my thing on Minnesota. I just thought they just finished up their thing. We just had the Olympics a few weeks ago wrap up with 2 golds from the men's and women's team
for the U.S.
For the U.S. and hockey's at least it's
just like any other sport, like lacrosse or women's football, or they're expanding.
Yeah,
they're expanding.
It is.
I mean, it's they don't call it rural for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a little behind sometimes.
And I wish we would have had hockey where I grew up. I would have loved hockey, but for me, where I lived,
where would they have played?
Well, I mean, you could do that, but I mean, if you had that culture there, you would have had ice rinks and stuff like that. But it wasn't a thing, and unless you went to Tri-Cities, that was the closest for me. Around here, you got Boise and you got Haley. Was Sun Valley area.
Yeah,
but that's
a good hour drive either direction.
Right, and we do know I've had students who go up and play for the clubs up there.
Yeah,
so
or
it's a thing.
Club in Twin or
I think they got curling in Boise where you can go on curling. All right,
it is expanding.
It is.
It's just there's a cost to all that.
Yeah,
none of it's inexpensive. Track. That.
Okay, we are now shifting gears. We are moving from hockey to baseball.
Okay.
Not just any baseball. We're going to talk some banana ball. So we've talked about banana ball in the past, and Savannah Bananas and the teams.
Is there other teams now?
There's 6 total teams now.
6 total
teams.
I was thinking there was 8.
It was the Savannah Bananas and the Party Animals were the original.
The firefighters and tailgaters.
You got firefighters.
The Cocos.
And the Indianapolis Clowns.
Oh, and the Clowns. That one kind of freaks me out. I don't
just because it's a clown.
I don't necessarily care one way or the other about clowns. It's kind of current.
Well, yeah, but I respect the reason why they did it.
Okay, well, that's fine.
And so, and I can talk about that for a minute.
A little cringe.
But so you had the bananas and the Party Animals were the first 2, and then They brought in the firefighters as a third team, and then they added tailgaters last
like
year.
1 year after that, like
Tailgaters.
yeah, they were like, we
So
better have 4.
Then they had 4, and it made it nice because now they could have multiple games and cover more area. And then this last season, they added the coconuts and the
I thought that was Coco Loco. I thought it was like Coco Loco Beach or something like that. It's an island theme.
It's an island
whatever.
Anyways, the coconuts, and then the international clowns. And so the clowns though were like the OG original baseball Harlem Globetrotter type of team. They were part of the Negro League, and so there was some deep history there.
Oh no shit!
And so
okay.
So that's why.
It's still, the name's a little cringe.
Yeah,
but,
because I think everybody associates clowns, unfortunately, more as something that's scary.
Well,
and they shouldn't.
They're just kind of disturbing. Like
they do.
I affiliate them, and this is sad, and I'm not like meaning to offend anybody, but like serial killers or pedophiles.
Well,
because you had
unfortunately you had John Wayne Gacy, and then you had the movie The It, and you had stuff that unfortunately they
give me a cringe vibe, and I know that's not. And I know they're not going to be showing up in clown makeup.
Was it Clowns in Outer Space or something?
Oh, I have no idea. I've watched that.
You got to watch that. It's actually corny, but it's Killer Clowns from Outer Space or something.
I've heard of it, but never watched it. Anyways,
but the International Clowns it
makes more sense.
It's playing like it's bringing recognition. As Van Evans, they were paying recognition.
It's giving recognition.
Yeah, and which I think is really cool.
Paying a homage.
So because they are like the original tricksters, and like there's some Hall of Famers that came out of that team from back then. Sure. Yeah. So we're going to talk to bananas. Okay. And what I want to talk about.
Just banana ball in general.
This banana ball in general, not the team. We're going to talk about the rules. And so we've kind of covered the rules. What makes banana ball unique is the structure of the game. And
well, the structure of not just the game, but what it encompasses. So fan based.
Oh yeah.
I mean, all teams are happy to have their supporters and their fans and their players and that recognition and that support and blah blah blah. And it is important. It really is. And I think it's more important at a high school level than it ever was or will be at a college or a pro level. But it is so much about that fan base that it completely changes the dynamics of that relationship.
Yeah. And the owner, Jesse Cole, and his wife, they made it. They may have made it their mission to make it fan friendly, and not just how the players interact with the crowd. The cost is $35 to $40, depending where you're at, and then it can go
30
anywhere
to 70-ish, depending on where it is.
Depending where you're at, and that and it can go up to 60, 100 plus. But even,
it costs you more than that to go watch a Michigan game.
Yeah,
football.
Yeah. So yeah. But it's not just the cost, but the access you have. So so one of the things was you had these networks that were trying to get exclusive rights to it, and Jesse was like, "No," and he says, "You can carry our games." Yeah. Told ESPN, told these other places, you can carry our games, but we're still going to show it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because that's not being fan friendly.
You start eliminating
people who can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you see that with all other sports like football, you have to have 3 or 4 different.
Depending on what region you're watching and what. Yeah.
Yeah. But not just that, but you have to have 3 or 4 different subscriptions just so you can watch the games, because Sunday night football is going to be with this person, but Thursday night football is going to be with Amazon or whoever it's going to be, or it's going to be with NBC, or it's going to be with CBS or Fox or whoever, and all these places.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
Yeah.
It's like in what way can we go about this that we're going to make more revenue? And it has become, we've said this before, it has become a rich man's spectator sport.
Yeah.
You can't afford to go.
No, it's to go to a regular season game, you're going to fork out hundreds of dollars.
To go with 2 people, you're looking at $700 just to get into the game and sit down.
Yeah. Not
to mention travel and anything else you want to experience while you're there.
Yep. Yeah. It's expensive. So the banana ball in itself is unique. So we'll talk about what it entails a real quick rundown, and then we'll talk about some of the rules and the new rules that get put in this year. So
I like them.
Every inning is a game. So you have a walk-off every inning. And it doesn't matter how many runs you score, whoever wins that inning gets a point. So
Excuse me.
if
Yeah.
a team, for example, in the first inning,
You could have a stellar inning.
you're still
It
going to
doesn't
get 1 point.
matter. You get 1
The
point.
only time those runs will count is the last inning.
It speeds up your game too,
Yeah.
though, because if the top of the line or the top of the inning, they score 3 points, and the bottom of the inning scores 4, inning
Mhm.
over.
Right.
Like, it speeds up the game, and as far as we live in a world where we're so instant gratification and our attention span sucks.
Right.
It kind of placates to that
It does.
type of fan.
Yeah,
A little
it does.
bit. I mean, it's still a baseball game, and it's still, the talent is unreal,
Yes.
but it kind of placates to the, I'm bored. What are we doing now?
Right. Yeah, and it does.
Because there's always something going on. And the innings go relatively fast
They
because
do,
of that.
because of that. And so, yeah, it's a walk-off. So so what's nice about it is, let's say a team's up 2-0 going into the bottom of the first, then that visiting team either has to get the 3 outs, or that team scores that third run. Once he scores that third run, that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it right there. That's the end of the inning.
That's what I just said.
But I mean, I know that's what you said, but I'm just trying to reiterate that makes it quick.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, you have a 2-hour time limit, period.
Mm-hmm.
So they
won't start another inning after
they
that
won't
2 hour
after
mark.
that 2-hour mark. Similar to basketball, football clocks, same thing. But so that keeps the game going faster.
But they don't have like the pitch clock and stuff that you see in Major League Baseball.
No.
They haven't made those rules.
You wouldn't have to,
I don't-
because everything's already speeding up. You're done in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then one reason why they did in baseball was because you
were looking at 7-hour games.
3 to 4 hour
Yeah.
games. So some of the rules, we'll just make a rundown of the rules here. Win the inning, win the point. We
Mhm.
talked about that. A 2-hour time limit. Another rule: no stepping out of the batter's box. That's
Right.
another way to keep
Yep.
it quicker. You step out, that's an automatic strike.
Yep.
If you bunt, there's no bunting. If you bunt, you're immediately
out.
ejected. Now, not just like an out, you're ejected. You can't come back in and play. Batters can steal first base.
That rule kind of cracks me up because I like small game baseball. I like small game softball. I think there's a lot of talent in it.
Mhm.
And I think that if you don't have strength in other areas, it can be a huge strength.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I understand why they do it.
Batters can steal first base. So what that means is, if you have a wild pitch, pass
Mhm.
ball, the batter can take off
It
and
doesn't
head
have
to
to be
first.
ball 4.
No, it doesn't have to be ball
They can
first.
just
They
take
can
off.
just take off. So if they have enough speed and they can do that on a wild
But
pitch,
again, changes the dynamic of what you're watching. You're not sitting there going, well, they could have 3 more pitches, or they could have 4 more pitches, or they could be on base.
and then when you get that fourth ball, they call it no walks. It
They
is
have
a
to
sprint.
to the first base.
Yeah, and so the rule behind that is every positional player has to touch the ball.
Yeah.
So obviously the pitcher and catcher
They touched it.
did. So if that's a ball 4 walk, or ball 4 sprint, whatever you want to call it, then the catcher has to get it to one of the fielders, and they have to do basically, they got to get everybody's got to touch the ball.
Around the horn or whatever.
Yeah, it's around the horn, but
drill.
usually what you have happen is, like, everybody converge around second, because usually what happens is that sprinter, if he's
Depending
fast
on how
enough,
fast you
he
are.
can get to second base on the sprint.
They can run as
They
far
can
as
run as far as they want.
Yeah.
The only way that usually happens if like there's something goofy happens, like there's a
It shows that athleticism, though.
yeah.
On both sides. It shows that awareness and ability to catch, throw, that, but it also shows the runner's athleticism and how far can I get and still make a good decision on whether I stay or go.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So to go off of that speed, about the time, how fast the game can be, is the no mound visits. So you can't have a coach go out there and come talk to you.
Or your catcher or your...
Yeah. There's no timeout.
Once you're out there, you're on your own.
You're on your own. You're it. This keeps the game moving faster. One of the best rules in the game that makes this more fan-friendly is the foul ball.
Yes.
So if a fan catches a foul ball, that batter is out.
The runner's out.
Yep. And what's great about it is what they'll do.
Do they do that in the really big stadiums?
Bring them out on the field?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because when we were in Vegas, that part was really cool.
That was really cool.
The kid got to
And we never did
stand on the baseline near the dugout for like the rest of the inning, and then we went back to the stand.
Yeah, and then I think when we were in Salt Lake, we had one of the 2 days somebody did catch one.
Somebody did.
I do know that
Remember that.
Jesse Cole said after the first week, because they were at where Florida State football plays. They played in the football stadium, sold out, 70,000 people or whatever there, right, which they were doing everywhere. And he said not a single fan caught a foul ball.
Oh no!
And he's like,
they're all out there with their gloves
he was calling out the fans like, you guys got to do better. We got to get some
need some help.
Yeah. So, anyways,
That's funny.
So some of the other rules here, real quick. We got
have your typical. It's very similar to baseball. It's not like it's this whole.
Oh no!
You have your DH, your
right
pitch runner.
So you can have a pinch runner, and you can have what they call a golden bat rule. So
you can change your lineup.
Well, what it doesn't affect your lineup. So what happens is it doesn't matter who it is. So usually in baseball, right, you have to stay in a certain order, and then if you put in a new player to that position, they bat in that order.
You do have designated hitters, though.
Right, and you do. I'm saying you have designated hitters, but what I'm saying is that when you, let's say you rotate, put a new person in, they usually have to, if they go in for you, they got to bat in your whatever spot you're at. So if you're the sixth batter, they have to go in the sixth batter spot. With the golden rule, let's say in the 8th inning, okay, your number 4 batter came up, and you come in to the bottom of the 9th now, and that number 3 or number 4 batter who batted before, let's say you're on batter 6 or 7, they can come in that spot. They can come out of order for one time, and that's the golden batter rule. So that was a new rule that was put in place. I think it was last year's. So there's that 2-hour limit. Now, the new rules that were put in this year, which I kind of like, they have what they call the equalizer point. So part of banana ball is all about the trick plays. You got people who do somersaults. They bounce the ball between their legs. They throw in between their legs. They
do backflips in the outfield and still catch the ball.
They do crazy stuff.
They
do some,
pitching,
and then they throw the ball. Pitchers will throw the ball behind their back and underneath their legs, and
But so, there's a risk to it.
There's risk.
I mean, if you have a perfectly catchable, fly ball in the outfield, and you decide to do a trick and you drop the ball, Right. It's not like they're like, oh, well, they dropped it because of a trick. You only get a 2-base run.
Well, that's an error. That's an error. So, so
there's risk to it.
They wanted, because one of the reasons that you always especially your visiting teams always have a little bit of a disadvantage.
See,
but
they all travel. And I get that you're top of the inning versus bottom of the inning.
Yeah.
But you're all traveling.
No, I know that, but whoever's starting in the game at the top of the inning,
I get it.
They don't get the walk-off.
Yeah.
So what happens is with the equalizer point, they tally up the team's trick plays, and now the trick plays will have value. Where before it was just a stat. It was just, you had this many trick plays.
Yeah.
Outside of that, there was nothing to it.
There's entertainment value only.
If you have more trick plays than the home team through 8 innings, you can earn a point. So the visiting team can earn a point.
So let's say by inning 8, it's 5-4, and the away team
had more trick plays.
4, and the home team has 5, and the away team had more trick plays. The home team can't get an extra point regardless, but
the visiting
it could
team
tie it up going into that 8th inning.
And it did. They actually had something that happened like that where
they were talking.
I'm going to say Texas was able to tie it up. They were the visiting team.
It's not like they're runaway. They're all very, very talented.
Yeah.
And baseball's baseball. It can go either way no matter who you are.
Right. But the one thing about baseball, which kind of Jesse's thing was on baseball, was the fact that when games become blowouts or whatever, people were leaving.
It keeps that from happening.
It keeps that from happening.
Because it doesn't matter what you scored.
You had fans leaving in the 7th inning, and you still had 2 or 3 more innings to go.
Yeah.
So you think about all the money you're losing in concessions and everything else that people are just leaving. It's like, we're done. And this keeps people in the seats.
It's 12-1.
Yeah.
Why am I sitting here another hour?
Right. Yeah. So the other thing is called a designated fielder. 1 player, any inning, any position,
this is a new
no
one.
restriction. This is the other new one. So they have a designated hitter.
Cool.
They have a designated hitter, and they have a designated runner.
Changes.
A designated runner and a designated hitter. This allows you, especially now that these equalizer points, these trick plays are going to count more. If you need to want to put somebody,
if you're the away team and it's the 7th inning
Yep.
or whatever,
And it might
it's
need-
later on in the game,
Yep.
and you're like, we're only one trick away from
Yep.
that
Let's
extra
get this
point.
person in there.
Let's put this person in there, and let's hope they get a couple of trick plays in there so that we can get that extra point. Yes.
Yeah.
Because they can go to any position on that field.
Yep.
At any time.
Okay. So the showdown walk rule. So this is one thing that people need to understand about the showdown. When
I
you
do,
go,
though, before you say this third one,
Mhm.
once they've used that designated fielder, can they use him again? Or is that a one-time?
I think it's
shot?
a one-time thing.
Okay, because they didn't really explain that. Part.
Yeah, I would
I would
have to
assume
look
it's
at.
a
I would have to
one-time
look in
shot.
them a little
Okay.
bit more. Okay, so this next one, so a showdown. So if you are tied going into an extra inning, they have what they call a showdown. You have your pitcher, you have your catcher, and I believe you have one fielder. That's it, and then you have your batter. Okay, and it's mano a mano.
Yeah.
If the guy gets to hit, then they go to the base. Then they try to score.
Mhm.
Okay. The thing is, if you walk, let's say that person gets walked unintentionally or whatever, that
Yeah.
person gets walked, that can end the game. That because now
you've got somebody on the base.
Yeah, or whatever they are, the game's over.
No, because they have to get a run.
Walks don't end at the bat in the showdown. They just add runners.
Yes,
is what they do. 3 walks is your walk off. So if a team walks 3 teams,
people, you've got your bases
pitcher, it's over. Where before now, and then now that pitch or that hitter doesn't necessarily have to walk. He can say, no, I want to stay in a bat. And so that's one of those rules that were put into play. Okay. So that are some of our new rules for the Bananas.
I thought if they walked him, they got to go to second base automatically.
Yeah, there's something to that now. Just so there's,
because it takes away that double play, but it also advances a runner further.
Yeah.
There's basically you don't want to walk somebody in the last inning.
Yeah.
It does not pay off.
No. Well, and this was for the showdown.
Yeah.
And not necessarily during the normal play. All right. Okay. Are you ready for the next segment?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather, except I'm going to ask the questions this time.
Okay.
All right. This is Savannah Banana based questions.
Okay.
Okay. Question 1. Would you rather have your husband, moi, try out for the Savannah Bananas Mandanas and dance in front of 10,000 fans, or more than that, like maybe 50,000, or have him be picked to join the Bananas for a TikTok dance for 1 inning? Would you rather be part of the Mandanas or be part of TikTok dance for 1 inning?
The Mandanas have their own following, and there's a certain level of celebrity, that goes with that. I just keep thinking about how often you would be gone and for how long.
Okay.
I know that sounds really selfish, but
I know.
This is
your question. This is your question, so you can answer this.
And that's not to say that. Don't be judging me. I mean, we very much have our own hobbies and our own things that we like to do, because I think it's necessary for a strong relationship. But that's a lot of time.
Okay, so your choice is,
I don't know.
You want I get a one-time dance for 1 inning, TikTok dance with the team, or I get a tryout for a Mandanas.
You got to try out, or you made it?
The husband tries out for the Savannah Mandanas and dances in front of the crowd. Basically, I become a Mandana for the season.
For the season or for the game?
Season. Or a one-time, I get chosen by the team to come out and do a TikTok dance.
Would you like to be a Mandana?
Honestly, it'd be cool. I think it would be kind of cool.
Then I would let you do that.
But hold on. What do you want? This is your thing. Would you rather me just go one time, go out there, do a TikTok dance? For me, it's not going to matter. It has nothing to do with me. It's you. Would you rather see me go out and do a one-time dance?
If it was for 1 season, I think I would survive.
That wasn't the question. That was if I made the Bananas. Would you, if I was a Mandana, would you let me be a part of that for the season? Or
if it's yes, because you said for the season.
Well, not season, but I mean, I would now be a part of that every season. I would be a part of that.
Are we retired? Do I get to travel with you?
I don't know how much they get paid, but
that's another part of it. It's like, do we
the thing
still
is,
have an income?
well, the thing is, being a teacher, at least your summer months are going to be open.
Yeah, but they play a lot longer than summer months.
Yeah, they start now and they'll be
I'll
done
let you be a
October.
bandana.
Okay. Wow, that took you a while to get that one. All right,
I'm sorry. I'm a selfish person. I know I am.
Okay, here we go. Here's question number 2. Ready? Question number 2. I don't think, hopefully none of these will be any harder. Would you rather have to catch a foul ball to record it out for your team, the team you're rooting for, or have to sing karaoke with the bananas between innings?
Catch the foul ball all day long. I am not singing karaoke. No matter how drunk you get me. I know I can't sing. I have no desire to embarrass myself. I'll catch the foul ball. They'll just have to work harder to win.
Okay. All right. Would you rather attend a Savannah Bananas game where you sit down in the front row and might get pulled onto the field, or sit in the safe seats up higher but get sprayed with water and confetti the whole game?
How is this a question?
It's a question.
I would rather sit. I don't care if I get friggin' hit with a foul or a stray pitch. I would rather sit on the front row.
Sit in the front row,
yes.
Where they pull you out and they say, okay, you're going to sing a song with us?
No.
But
I'm not singing. You did not say that. You just said I was going to be pulled onto the field. You didn't say nothing about singing.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
You can't change it in the middle of it. It's the rules.
Okay. Here we go. See, I did number 3. So number 4.
3. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have your husband try to bunt while doing a choreographed dance, or have me pitch an inning while the crowd picks my walk-up song? Choreographed dance by bunting, or you pick up my walk-up song while I go pitch. That's going to be a bad inning. I tell you, I cannot pitch.
Either way. I think it would be pretty funny to watch you dance up to the plate and then have to something. So we'll go with that.
Okay. All right. Last one. Would you rather eat ballpark food chosen by the Mandanas? I'll make one up. Choose the ballpark food from the Mandanas.
Okay.
Or not Mandanas, sorry, but for the banana nanas, the ladies who do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or
see, they're newer. They weren't there the first couple times we watched.
Well, they are, but they're local. They stay pretty much too because they're old. They don't travel.
Yes.
But
okay. Like they're selected.
Well, no, they're more local to Savannah themselves.
Oh, gotcha.
They're at their own little club, so they don't really travel very much. So yeah, the man or banana nanas. That wouldn't choose your ballpark food, or you have to eat your worst food, but you get to hang out with the team in the dugout.
I don't know what my worst food is. What's my worst food? I like pretty much everything. I mean,
but there's some foods you don't like.
Like what? I would even eat a small bowl of coleslaw. I hate coleslaw.
There you go. You have to have.
I'd hang out. I'd hang out in the dugout all day. They're sexy, dude.
Coleslaw and chiclets or chicken or whatever, not chicken. Gizzards.
Those aren't bad.
I don't know, something. Rocky Mountain oysters.
I've had those. They're not terrible. It's not a common food, but.
So what would be your choice? Ballpark chosen by the banana nanas, or eat worst
have a conversation with a bunch of older women, or hang out in a dugout with a bunch of half-dressed young athletic men. I'll eat it.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And that's it for the would you rather. Okay. Next thing, we haven't done this for a while.
First one was hard.
Yeah, first one was hard. That took a lot longer, I thought.
Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. Next thing, we are doing a movie mashup. We haven't done one in a while. We're going to do one. Here we go. See if you can pick out the movies. Okay. In a family where everyone has an opinion. Tula, my family isn't loud. They're just passionate.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I love that movie.
Okay. All right. So Big Fat Greek Wedding. You got that one. Cut to a massive family dinner table with 20 relatives yelling. Relative 1, eat. You look skinny. Relative 2, why are you not married yet? Dude, don't ask me. I apologize to all the Greek people. I suck at Greek accent. I apologize. Just saying right now.
Sound too bad.
Okay, all right. So,
but I don't know a lot of Greeks.
Narrator. She was just having to live a quiet life. Cut to Tula working in the restaurant until one man walked through the door.
Yes.
Door opens. Doug Glad walks wearing a hockey jacket. Doug, the goon.
That's not a good combination at all.
Oh, come on. Hey, hear me out. Here we go. Doug, do you guys have fries?
Fries.
Quiet montage. Doug smiles awkwardly. Tula laughing. Hockey crowd cheering. Narrator. He's sweet. Loyal. Doug, cut to Doug politely shaking hands. And one of the toughest fighters in hockey. Sudden cut to a hockey fight. Crowd. Ooh, oh, Doug. Doug Glad. Doug knocks someone down and waves politely. Record scratch, narrator. But meeting her family might be the toughest fight of his life. Family dinner scene.
Everybody's named
Here comes Gus. Here comes Gus, the dad, right?
yes.
So you fight people for a living, Doug. Only when I'm asked to. Relative. You get paid for this? Doug, yeah. Entire family looks at him with, like, shock. Narrator. Doug must survive. Quick cuts. 30 relatives yelling at once. Greek dancing. Plate smashing. Doug trying to pronounce Greek words.
He can barely string a sentence together.
Doug goes, Opa? Family, Opa! Hockey locker room. You fought the league's toughest enforcer. Doug, yeah. Teammate, how bad can dinner with her family be? Smash cut. Doug whispers, worse. Gus, you know the word hockey comes from Greek.
Yes.
Tula, Dad, no it doesn't. Gus, everything comes from Greek. Big montage, fast cuts, energetic music. Doug Lee learning Greek dancing. Tula at the hockey game cheering. Doug accidentally breaks plates at the wedding. Entire hockey team at the Greek wedding reception.
Oh, dear God.
Doug fighting for a championship game. Big moment. The narrator, this season, love, family, and hockey all about to collide. Epic music swells. Doug in hockey gear at the wedding. I might be late, but the game...
I just keep picturing his mom at the wedding with the whole big family.
But let's think about that.
That's kind of what it was.
It was in the other movie, right? Yeah, okay.
It was.
So
they were very awkward.
So here we go. Epic music swells. Doug in hockey gear at the wedding. I might be late, but the game went into overtime. Gus, good. That means you fought for family. Title card, my big fat Greek enforcer. Teammates at wedding. So is every Greek wedding like this? Doug, this is the warm-up. Gus sprays Windex on Doug's cut lip. See? Greek medicine. Doug, actually, it kind of works. Coming this summer. Bring your appetite in your mouth guard. There you go. There is your mashup.
Too bad.
Movie mashup, The Goon and My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Okay, last segment.
I like both of those movies, so that's funny.
Yeah. Last segment, okay, before we go, is our mascot of the week. Since we are talking about Minnesota, we are going up to Minneapolis.
Stop doing that.
We're going to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Roosevelt High School. Okay, it is in the biggest city there, Minneapolis. Neighborhood is the Standish area, south part of Minneapolis. Founded in 1923. Maroon and gold is their colors. They are nicknamed after a president. Want to take a guess on what president?
Well, the high school is Roosevelt. The Teddy Bears.
Teddy Bears. Yeah.
Oh, I nailed that one.
They are called the Teddies.
That's adorable.
The mascot is the Teddies, the Teddy Bears, named after Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, look how smart I am.
There you go. All that
trivia night.
We had a couple of nights ago. Size of the school, about 1,100 people. Faculty is about 126 staff members. Your student to teacher ratios about 14.5 to 1.
That's not too bad, though.
It's not too bad.
It's really not.
Academic programs. They have a thing called the International Baccalaureate, IB World School, that offers IB diploma programs, IB career-related certificate programs. These give students opportunity to advance international level coursework.
That's cool.
Yeah. Athletic accomplishments, 56, 57, Minnesota State Basketball Championship.
Really want to see their entire student section in those big bear costumes.
They've had a few different famous people or athletes and people that come from this school.
Well, it's a big school.
Well, and you're in Minneapolis too, so that's something. So Marcus Lavassiere, I think you say it, one of the greatest high school wrestlers ever. 141 match winning streak and 4 state titles.
That's the kind of guy you just see him and they're like, forfeit. Oh, coach, my leg.
Yeah. Mike Ramsey, who was an Olympic gold medalist.
Olympics.
Well, I'm sorry. I meant for the hockey team.
Yeah, we got it.
So anyways, if he was on the Miracle on Ice team in 1980.
Oh, no
he was a part of that. He was one of the teammates. Later was a 4-time NHL All-Star. Reed Larson, a NHL defenseman and U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame member. Also famous alum. We are talking Jesse Ventura.
I knew he came from that area.
He's from Minnesota, but yeah, he went to this high school. He's former professional wrestler and governor of Minnesota.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
Those are a couple of
I just keep picturing the student section.
And there was a Nobel Prize winning microbiologist in 2003. It was winner. His name is Peter Agre, A-G-R-E. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. That is your mascot of the week.
Agre.
Agre.
Agri.
Agri. Peter Agri.
Yeah.
So Nobel Prize winning microbiologist came from there, which I think is pretty impressive. That's
smart, dude.
Yeah. All right. That is your mascot of the week. We're done. We got through it. So I want to thank all the listeners out there for listening. I want to thank the people in Virginia. We got people in Virginia listening pretty regularly. I want to thank them. Obviously, the people here in the state of Idaho that constantly listen, Burley, Idaho. I see, obviously people in the Boise area, around the area. So that's nice. I also want to thank the international people again. Spain, Lithuania, Finland, Singapore. Those are some of Australia. Those are some of the states or countries, excuse me. Yeah, not states, countries. UK area, Great Britain area. So I want to thank people in Britain. So there you go. Mascots of the week. That's it for the show. All right. Thanks everybody for listening.